Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Labha, Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana, Brajajanaranjana, Yamunatira Vanachari, Jai Kunja Bihari. Yashodanandana, Brajajanaranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Hari. Yashodarandana, Brajajanaranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Jai Kunja Bihari. Yashodanandana, Brajajanaranjana, Yamuna Achari, Jai Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Yoga Dharma Shila Harinam Sankirtana ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 5, Lord Rishabhadev's teachings, text number 26. Sarvani madhishnayataya bhavadis charani bhutani sutadhruvani sambhavitavyani pade padevo viviktadrigbhistaduhu harharanam me सर्वाणि मद्दिष्ण्यातया भवाद्भिः चरानि भूतानि सूतध्रुवानि सम्भावितव्यानि पदे पदेवो विविक्तदृग्भिस्तदु हर्हणं मे सर्वाणि मद्दिष्ण्यतया भवाद्भिः चरानि भूतानि सुता ध्रुवानि संभावितव्यानि पदे पदेवो विविक्तदृग्भिस्तदुः हर्हणं मे. विविक्तव्यानि पदे पदेवो विविक्तदृग्भिस्तदुः हर्हणं मे सर्वाणि मद्दिष्णतया भवानि Any Mataji's? Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sarvani, all. Mat Tishnataya, because of being my sitting place. Bhavadbhi, by you. Charani, that move. Bhutani, living entities. Suta, my dear sons. Dhruvani, that do not move. Sambhav, Sambhavitavyani, to be respected. Pade Pade, at every moment. Va, by you. Vivikta Drigbi, possessing clear vision and understanding that the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Paramatma feature is situated everywhere. Tatu, that indirectly. Ha, certainly. Arhanam, offering respect. May, unto me. Translation: My dear sons, you should not envy any living entity, be he moving or non moving. Knowing that I am situated in them, you should offer respect to all of them at every moment. In this way, you offer respect to me. Purport: In this verse, the word Vivikta Drigbi, meaning without envy, is used. All living entities are the abode of the Supreme Personality Godhead in His Paramatma feature, as confirmed in Brahma Samhita Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham. The Lord is situated in this universe as Garbho Dakshai Vishnu and Shiro Dakshai Vishnu. He is also situated within every atom, according to the Vedic statement Ishavashyam Idam Sarvam. The Lord is situated everywhere, and wherever He is situated is His temple. We even offer respects to a temple from a distant place, and all living entities should similarly be offered respect. This is different from the theory of pantheism, which holds that everything is God. Everything has a relationship with God because God is situated everywhere. We should not make any particular distinction between the poor and the rich, like the foolish worshippers of Daridra Narayan. Narayan is present in the rich as well as the poor. One should not simply think Narayan is situated among the poor. He is everywhere. And advanced devotee will offer respects to everyone, even to cats and dogs. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Sini Chaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater outcast. This Samadarshana, equal vision, should not be mistaken to mean that the individual is the same as the Supreme Lord. They are always distinct. Every individual person is different from the Supreme Lord. It is a mistake to equate the individual living entity with the Supreme Lord on the plea of Viviktadrik Samadrik. The Lord is always in an exalted position even though he agrees to live everywhere. While Madhvacharya, quoting Padma Puran, states, Vivikta Drishti Jivanam Dishnaya Taya Parameshwarasya Bheda Drishti. One who has clear vision and who is devoid of envy can see that the Supreme Lord is separate from all living entities, although he is situated in every living entity. Madhvacharya further quotes from Padma Puran, Upapa Paramatmanam Jivebhyo Ya Pade Pade Vedenaiva Cha Chaitasmat Priyo Vishnus Tu Kashana. One who sees the living entity and the Supreme Lord as always distinct is very dear to the Lord. Padma Puran also states, Yo Haresh Chaiva Jivanam Bheda Vakta Hare Priyaha. One who preaches that the living entities are separate from the Supreme Lord is very dear to Lord Vishnu. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurasve Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangulangayate girim. Yet kripaha tamaham mande Shri Gurun Dinatare. So before I start speaking, I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can speak on this verse to glorify the Lord and to purify my own heart. So here Lord Rishabdev is teaching his 100 sons. So very important teachings, and through that he is actually teaching all of us also, because we are also his sons, right? Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Lord Rishabdev is our father. So he's telling here that so scriptures means generally we can read it in various uh, moods or various ways. So if somebody just studies scriptures to just gain some knowledge or scholarship, yeah, one may gain that. But if we study or hear the scriptures with the mood that Lord is personally giving this out of his causeless mercy, so the more we take it personally as mercy of Lord, the more we'll take it seriously. So we should actually feel that Lord is so kindly revealing this most valuable knowledge to me, so that I can come out of my ignorance. So then we'll take it more seriously. It's not that, okay, some long ago, Lord Rishabdev is telling to somebody. So, so it has no value or importance to my life. No. So the more you take it on a personal note, that Lord is kindly revealing this to me, the more that will have impact on our heart. Then we can put our heart while hearing it also. So here, Lord Rishabdev actually is helping us to come out of envy. So the living entities in this world, we actually come to this material world because we have envy for the Lord. So because the living entities thought that why I should serve Krishna, why only he is enjoying, why he should be the supreme enjoyer, why I should not be enjoyer, why everybody should serve him only, why I should not be served, why I should not be respected. So this deep enjoying mentality is there. I mean, when the living entity thinks like this, then Lord actually sends him to this material world, where he gives us chance to enjoy on our own. But actually we suffer in this material world trying to be enjoyers on our own. So we see that this envy is all prevalent. So just because yesterday we celebrated Ram Navami, so in Ramayana also we see that how Manthara, when she comes to know that Lord Ram is going to be coronated as a king. So everybody in Ayodhya was happy except her. So she thought that now if Kausalya becomes Rajamata and the maid servants of Kausalya will be in superior position to me, they will control me. Huh? But I should actually control all the other maid servants. So if Kaikeyi, she was a maid of servant of Kaikeyi. She thought, but if Kaikeyi becomes Rajamata, mother of the king, then I will be in control. I will control all the other maid servants. So because of her envy, that enjoying mentality, we know that how she went to Kaikeyi and changed her heart. She didn't have any envy for Lord Ram, right? But she created that in her heart by her speech. Similarly, we see that Surpanaka, she wanted to enjoy Lord Ram, but then we know that how Ram and Lakshman kind of uh, played football with her. Football means not exactly, means they told you go there, you know. She went here, there, and finally she understood that, oh, actually they are joking with me and all. So then she thought ultimately this Sita is a cause of Lord Ram not marrying me. So if Sita is finished, then maybe Lord Ram will marry me. So she became envious of basically Mother Sita, right? So she tried to kill her. We know the story. And we know that how Lakshman cuts off her nose. And so, but still her envy remained. She couldn't be happy uh, seeing them happy. So that's why she went to Ravan and explained the beauty of Mother Sita. Uh, so she was Parasuka Dukhi. Seeing others' happiness, she was unhappy, miserable. So this is also symptom of envy, basically. Parasuka Dukhi or Paraduka Sukhi. Right? When others are in distress, seeing that I am very happy. So this mentality actually is very bad. So we see in Krishna's pastimes also that how Kaliya represents envy, right? So when actually Krishna jumped in that lake, so actually immediately Kaliya came out because Kaliya was thinking that who is that who has entered my lake? Huh? Because I am the controller, I am the enjoyer of this lake. So and we know that how Krishna removed all that poison in the heart of poison in Kaliya's not only body but in his heart also. Basically, that envy represents poison which is there in heart. So Krishna not only removed that poison in his body but also in his heart. So by dancing on him and purifying him, basically he's dancing on his false ego, the hoods of his false ego. So by that he removed that poison. So so when we understand that actually everything belongs to Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. So not only that Krishna has created this material world, spiritual world, but also he has created all of us, and he is the one who has given us various abilities. So generally, as Krishna mentions, Prakrite kriyamanani Munai karmani sarvacha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. So when actually we have this doership mentality, uh, then the enjoyership mentality also comes with it. Because I am the doer, I am also supposed to be the enjoyer. So then when we give up that doership mentality, then actually that enjoyership mentality also will go away. So that's why we should understand that Krishna is the real doer. Hmm? So, and it's by Krishna's mercy that whatever we have, opulences, whatever strengths we have, it's ultimately is by Krishna's mercy. So, as Krishna mentions, Edet vibhuti mat sattvam srimat urjitamayva tattadeva agachatvam mama tejo amsa sambhavam. So, when we see somebody's opulences, sometimes we may become envious that how somebody is better in terms of whatever knowledge, skills, whatever. So, uh, actually, but if we learn to see that this is all because of Krishna, right? Krishna has empowered him. So, who am I to become envious of? Means ultimately, if somebody is envious of someone, he is actually envious of Krishna, because he is indirectly saying to Krishna that why you empowered him, why not me, right? Why? Because he is empowered, he is enjoying. I am not able to enjoy. But if you empower me, I can also enjoy. So why Krishna you are not empowering me? Basically, that is the underlying reason, right? So, but if you learn to see that, yeah, actually, it is up to Krishna whom to empower, right? We are not the controllers to decide. It is up to him according to their desires and whatever karma or different aspects. Krishna may empower different individuals in different ways. But if we learn to see in that way, then we will not become envious. And one should be satisfied with whatever Krishna has given him. Many times we are not grateful for what Krishna has given us, right? That at least I have this human form of life wherein I am given the opportunity to practice devotion service, right? And Krishna is giving me so many opportunities to render devotional service. So if we are grateful, we'll be satisfied, we'll be happy. So when our heart is not filled with love for Krishna, then we are actually dissatisfied. Then that manifests in these ugly forms of lust, greed, anger, all this. But if our heart is filled with love for Krishna, then these problems will not come. So here Lord Rishabdev is telling that we should learn to see, we should learn to respect everyone, because every living entity, the body of every living entity is abode of the Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada is saying that just like we respect a temple, right? So similarly, we should understand that everyone's body is also temple. Why? Because it is the abode of the Supreme Lord. So, as we hear in Sikshastakam, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So, we should be willing to give all respect to others and not anticipate any respect for oneself, right? So, why we expect respect from others? Because that actually basically satisfies our false ego. Basically, that helps us to enjoy, subtle enjoyment, right? That's why we see that Daksha, when he entered that arena of sacrifice. So he saw that everybody was respecting him, right? But then when he saw Lord Shiva not respecting, what happened? Immediately he became envious, angry on Lord Shiva. How come everybody is respecting me, but this person is not respecting? So that was, he is not, means, in one sense, we should not hanker for others' respect. But because one person is not respecting, is completely upset and dissatisfied. We see same with Hiranyakashipu also. Whole world, even the greatest of demigods, were respecting him, except one small boy, his own child. So obviously it was very painful because the whole world, even the biggest of demigods, Indra and Varuna, everybody is obeying his orders. But his own son, the too small boy, who is in one sense physically doesn't have any strength. Maybe if Hiranyakashipu blows strongly, maybe he'll fly off because he's so powerful, right? Very weak, means very small boy, right? So such a powerful personality, and this small boy, tender boy, he is not listening and respecting him. Means he is respecting. He would always bow down. Prahlad would bow down to Hiranyakashipu, but respecting in terms of following his instructions. He wanted him to learn economic development, all that, but he's not learning, and he's always worshipping Lord Vishnu only. So that's why he was very upset with him. So actually, when we don't get respect, we generally feel pain sometimes, and that too others get and we don't get. That is all the more painful. We feel, array, everybody else is getting respected. Or sometimes in prize distribution, everybody's name is being taken. And suppose our name is not coming. Sometimes we may be anticipating, array, when my name will come. We are not bothered about, means, okay, how wonderful, so many devotees are distributing Haribol. Very nice. How nicely they distributed books, or no. We are not worried about so many glories of other devotees. We are only anticipating or waiting for that moment when my dearmost name, which is so dear to my heart, well, that name will come. And in case if it doesn't come, or if it comes last, suppose, hey, nobody is there also. It should have come in the beginning. Now, whom should I show? Or nobody will know also that I have done something, right? So that anticipation for respect is very deep in our hearts, right? Because basically we want to enjoy that honor of others. That everybody recognizes my efforts or my glories. Everybody should know how great I am. So that mentality is there, to anticipate respect. So, but here Lord Rishabdev is telling, no, we should not anticipate respect. We should be willing to give all respect to others. But somebody may say, array, why I should give? What is there in him to give respect? He's after all, what is there in him to give any respect? He's saying give respect to all living entities, not just human beings also. अरे ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए हैं. Not just, okay, we may give respect to, generally we may give respect those whom we feel that they are little more superior, better than us. So, okay, because they are exalted than me, then I should respect. And those who are below me or they are not so qualified than me, there's no need of, because anyway they are, no, they are all below me or useless. So, why I should respect them? What is, so in that also there is some amount of envy actually, or there is a what we call, maybe we may be also respecting out of no getting something in return. Okay, because he is more exalted. If I respect, maybe he will share that knowledge, or he will also give me some position or whatever, right? That could be also reason for respecting a person who is superior to us. It may not be genuine respect actually. So uh, but that is not good, that type of consciousness. That is all material consciousness. So but here Lord Rishabdev is telling that you should not only respect superiors, but you should respect all living entities. Okay. Uh, and at every moment, right, you should offer respect to all of them at every moment. And in this way you offer respect to me, because I am situated in them as super soul. So their body is also a temple of Lord. So actually, when somebody is having this type of consciousness, then he will always be respectful towards others, uh, genuinely, right? And he will not unnecessarily envy others. uh, and this is how he is pleasing the Lord, remembering the Lord. uh, so then slowly, gradually, he can come out of this envy. So Prabhupada is quoting Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshana. We see Rantidev in Srimad Bhagavatam, this pastime, that how after fasting he was able to break fast and he had some prasad. So various individuals came, Brahmana, then Chandala, no, like that different, and he started serving all of them. Ultimately, whatever, I think, then only the glass of water remains. That also he gives. So he is offering that with the consciousness that everybody is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and I should render service to them. So Prabhupada says, what is Vaikuntha consciousness? That everybody is my master, I am their servant. That is a consciousness. So when that consciousness is there, then one will always be in the mood of servant. There will be no enjoying mentality. When we think I am the master, I am the controller, proprietor, then the enjoying mentality comes. So the kings in the past, that's why they were known as Raja Rishi. Why? Because they are not just kings, they are also saintly kings. Because they take association of the saints and they follow the scriptures. The scriptures also basically are given by saints only, right? So because they are guided by the saints, right? So they give up this controllership, enjoyership mentality, and they are in the mood of serving all living entities, right, in the kingdom. So we see that another pastime of Maharaj Shibi also, that he was willing to sacrifice his flesh even for pigeon, right? Now he is a king, so he may think, "Arey, I am after all king of the whole kingdom. For this small pigeon, why I should sacrifice myself?" Right? It appears very illogical. After all, I am king of the entire kingdom. I have to take care. Huh? So why I should give my flesh for sake of this small pigeon? Right? From material point of view, it appears very illogical. Right? But still, why he was willing to? Because he was in the mood of servant. As a king, I am supposed to be father, taking the role of father of all living entities. I should take care of each and every living entity in the kingdom, including the pigeon also. If it is taking shelter of me or seeking my help, right? So because he is in that mood and he understands that ultimately Krishna will take care. It's not that, okay, even if he was ready to give up his own body also, right? Completely. Now he may think, Arey, but if I go, then who will take care of the kingdom? No, one can think, no. Okay, let the pigeon be finished. Right? But he has faith that ultimately Lord is in control and he will take care of everything. Right? So because he has that fine consciousness, Krishna consciousness, in the mood of servant, that's why he could uh, do that sacrifice. Right? He could serve even the pigeon. So that's why we see in the past how the kings ruled the kingdom in such a fine way that everybody in the kingdom was happy, because they were ruling the kingdom on behalf of Krishna. They were not thinking that I am the king or I am the controller. So we see, I mean, we can see so many examples like that. We don't have time to discuss all that, but that is a right type of consciousness we should develop. So when we have this consciousness, then we can give up enjoying mentality. When we have service mentality, and when you give up enjoying mentality, you can give up envy. The root cause of envy is actually enjoying mentality, that I want to be the enjoyer. That's why when we see others enjoying, we get envy in our heart, right? So to remove this deep rooted envy, uh, we should actually depend on Krishna. We should very sincerely chant the holy names. So when we sincerely take shelter of Krishna, then only Krishna will remove this envy from our heart. So it is very deep rooted, because the enjoying mentality also is very deep rooted. So there are so many deep samskaras of enjoying mentality in our subconscious mind. These samskaras are actually in the subconscious mind, very deep. So when we practice devotional service superficially, it doesn't create deep samskaras in our heart. So those deep rooted enjoying mentalities will not go away. It still remains. So as we see about vritti, vasana and samskara. Vritti is very, it's a impression which is formed, but it is not very deep impression. Vasana is little more deep, but samskara is the deepest impression. Just like in cement, somebody puts wet cement, somebody walks, and later it remains. Like that only, those impressions. It doesn't go away. So the enjoying mentality, those impressions are very deeply rooted in our heart. Now, when we practice devotional service, if we are not putting our heart and very superficially practicing, it may hardly form even any impression. What to speak of samskara? Like suppose we ask, okay, after morning program, what kind of impressions it has formed in your heart? Sometimes we may be depression. It may be not impression. Somebody may be in depression also. Oh, this much time I have to do. Uh, or so much I have to do 16 rounds every day. Oh, one may be even in depression. Then where is a question of forming impression, right? So unless we are very enthusiastic, excited about devotional service and having faith in what we are doing, it doesn't form any impression. So Nityamukta Prabhu always gives the example. Like how when somebody is watching cricket, who is very interested, how much he is excited, how much eager he is. As we say, is glued to the TV, as if he is pasted. His eyes are glued. So, because he is so much eager, excited, so whatever he sees goes completely deep in his heart, like a sponge. He completely absorbs uh, so much that he is able to tell about every over, every everything, whole match from beginning to end. He can explain. Somebody same way explains about movies because he has really absorbed it. But when it comes to devotional service, if you really peep into our heart and see how much impressions it has formed, uh, so we see that generally it is not so much. Uh, it may be some other impressions of maybe some prasad or okay, that is also okay, but that may be in the mood of enjoyer also, right? Not in the mood of service, right? So then how this impressions of enjoying mentality will go, right? Then it is very difficult. So that's why devotees should really see how much I am enthusiastic or how much I am really excited about this devotion service. So initially we are excited when we come to Krishna consciousness because everything is new. So when something is new, generally people tend to be excited. But as one starts practicing, uh, it becomes very mechanical sometimes. We are not as excited or very little excited about devotional service. So then we cannot expect much change in our attitudes or consciousness. So then we have to actually really introspect about what we have come for and what are we doing. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, every Ekadashi one should introspect about one's spiritual life, as tomorrow is also Ekadashi. And one should very seriously think in which direction am I going. I came with the purpose to go to spiritual world or develop love for Krishna. But am I really going in that direction or is my uh, spiritual life going in some other direction? Right? Am I really developing love for Krishna or am I developing love for something else? Attachment for something else. Huh? Where is my consciousness? Right? So then at least we can repent for our current position and rectify and reinstate. 4R formula: recognize, repent, rectify, and reinstate. So many times we don't even recognize our problem. Where is the question of repenting? Right? So we should, until we think, where whatever you think of, you are empowered in that direction. Krishna will empower you. Because where you focus, that is where you are empowered. Right? Correct? Just like you put a torchlight in darkness somewhere, focus there, then everything is clear. Right? So similarly, we have to focus on our heart. What is there in our heart? And we should really work on it. So, and one last point here Prabhupada is mentioning in this is about this word Daridra Narayan. Prabhupada talks about it several times in his purports or lectures. So Prabhupada is saying that Narayan is present everywhere. He is there in the rich also. He is there in the poor persons also. So why you are calling as Daridra Narayan? This is completely wrong. And Narayan is never Daridra, Prabhupada says. He is full of six opulences. He is Bhagavan. So, but how come you are saying he is Daridra? Huh? He is Bhagavan, full of opulences. How can you say that he is Daridra Narayan? So, this conception is completely wrong, of Daridra Narayan. So, Lord is everywhere. So, Prabhupada is saying that that's why a devotee is willing to offer respects to everyone, even the cats and the dogs. So, I'll end with one story. I heard that there was one devotee who was a tennis player, and he was in the final match, the tournament, and so both the players got almost same points at the verge of ending match. So now the opposite player hits the ball, so he's supposed to across the court and hit it back. So but then he runs and stops in between, and then he loses the match. So then everybody is surprised that how come that this he has not run across and hit, he lost. So later somebody asked him why he did like that. So he was telling that because he was a devotee, he was telling that when he ran across, he saw some ants in the court, and he felt that if I am going to run, then all these ants will die. So, out of respect or love for Srila Prabhupada, he remembered that if I kill these ants, Prabhupada will not be pleased. So, that's why he stopped. So, even at that moment, to think like that is difficult. Right? Somebody who is really Krishna conscious can think like that. So, that's why he lost. So, yeah, materially he might have lost, like Jatayu, right? But spiritually he has won because he could please his Guru and Krishna. Uh, so, so here Lord Rishabdev is helping all of us to come out of envy by uh, respecting every living entity uh, because they are the abode of the Supreme Lord. So we should remind us ourselves again. Problem is we tend to forget this very important knowledge. So by discussing uh, and reminding ourselves again, we can actually uh, come out of this envy by respecting others. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. So please pray that I can so come out of this very deep rooted envy in my heart. Hare Krishna.